Every time Dragon Ball breaks its own limits, one question hits harder than any punch. Who truly stands at the top right now? Gods, monsters, mortals, their power has shifted more than ever. And the new ranking will shock you, because the strongest being in the multiverse today isn't who you think. This is not an official ranking, this is my personal opinion, so please forgive me if your favorite character may be higher or lower. 15. Topo, the justice warrior who chose destruction. Few warriors carry the weight of an entire universe on their shoulders, and even fewer are willing to sacrifice their very identity to protect it. Topo was one of those rare souls, steady, honorable, principled to the core, the kind of fighter who didn't just battle evil, he lived to uphold justice itself. But when the Tournament of Power pushed Universe 11 to the edge, something inside him snapped. Justice isn't always enough. With the fate of everything he cherished hanging by a thread, Topo abandoned the elegant ideals he once followed and embraced something far more terrifying: the power of a god of destruction. The moment that purple aura ignited around him, the arena felt smaller, colder, almost like the universe itself had taken a step back. This wasn't the dependable Pride Trooper captain anymore. This was a creature shaped by divine annihilation, carrying Hakai energy that could erase existence itself. Topo didn't fight opponents now. He judged them. His muscles swelled, his aura moored, and the battlefield trembled as he unleashed techniques mortals weren't meant to witness. His spear of destruction, a condensed orb of Hakai, nearly tore Vegeta apart. And for the first time in a long while, even the proud prince felt fear nip at his Saiyan pride. But Topo's downfall wasn't weakness. It was Vegeta's refusal to accept defeat. The clash between Vegeta's final explosion and Topo's divine aura felt like two realities slamming into each other. And when the smoke cleared, Topo lay defeated. Not because he lacked power, but because Vegeta had something he didn't. A reason to win that went beyond divine duty. 14. Orange Piccolo, the Namekian who finally stopped holding back. Piccolo has always been the calm presence in chaos, smart, composed, the strategist who quietly shaped every victory. But even legends fade when the world keeps moving forward, and for years, Piccolo had been left behind by Saiyans who kept breaking their own limits. That all changed the moment Piccolo stood face to face with Cell Max and realized planning alone wouldn't save the world this time. Sometimes, even the quiet ones need to scream. Awakened by Shenron's upgraded potential, Piccolo tapped into something ancient, something primal: Orange Piccolo. A transformation that didn't just boost his strength, it redefined him entirely. His aura thickened like molten fire, his body expanded into a warrior built for war rather than strategy, and for the first time in a long while, Piccolo looked like the monster villains should fear. He wasn't just stronger, he was confident again. With this new form layered over his potential unleashed in his towering giant Namekian state, Piccolo finally stood shoulder to shoulder with Earth's strongest defenders. Yet even with all that raw, explosive power, he struggled against Cell Max's monstrous regeneration and destructive rage. But here's the truth: Piccolo wasn't meant to defeat Cell Max. He was meant to light the spark inside Gohan. Piccolo's transformation didn't just save the day, it reminded everyone what a true mentor looks like. 13. Morrow. Magic has always existed in Dragon Ball, but almost no one ever used it to its all-terrifying potential, until Morrow returned. When he first appeared, he didn't feel like a Dragon Ball villain. No screaming, no power-up theatrics, no flashy transformations, just an old sorcerer with a quiet smile, and the ability to drain planets dry. And nothing is scarier than an enemy who grows stronger while you grow weaker. Morrow's magic made him unpredictable. Telekinesis, copying abilities, sealing techniques, elemental manipulation, and his most infamous technique, energy absorption, which could strip entire civilizations of life in minutes. Even Goku and Vegeta found themselves outmatched as Morrow swallowed their power like fuel. But things only spiraled further when he fused with 7-3, giving him the terrifying ability to copy any technique, any power, any time. This became the turning point, transforming him from a cunning wizard into a walking apocalypse. And just when they thought he was beaten, he merged with the Earth itself. It took Goku tapping into a colossal giant Ultra Instinct avatar to finally stop Morrow. A villain who didn't just threaten the universe, he consumed it. Morrow wasn't built to be beaten in a fistfight. He was built to remind us what true cosmic terror looks like. 12. Broly. Broly isn't a fighter, he's a storm-wearing Saiyan armor. Unlike other warriors who train their whole lives, Broly's strength doesn't come from discipline. It comes from instinct, from raw, primal, uncontrollable power that keeps escalating until the battlefield becomes a nightmare. Some fighters power up, Broly evolves. In Dragon Ball Super Broly, we finally saw the truth behind the legend. This wasn't the goofy rage monster from the old movies. This was a battle prodigy who learned faster than Goku and Vegeta could react. Every punch he received made him stronger. Every clash leveled him up. Every second pushed him closer to becoming a myth realized. From his base form to Super Saiyan to the unstoppable legendary Super Saiyan, Broly tore through two of the strongest Saiyans alive like they were warm-ups. He didn't just overpower Goku and Vegeta, he overwhelmed them emotionally. They weren't fighting Broly, they were surviving him. And the craziest part? Broly still hasn't tapped into real training yet. If this monster ever learns true control, there's no telling how high he might climb, maybe higher than any mortal Saiyan ever has. 11. Jiren. If strength had a face, it would look like Jiren. Emotionless, unshakable, carved out of pure resolve. Jiren didn't become strong through divine blessings, hidden techniques, or ancient secrets. He became strong through something painfully human: loss. And nothing builds power like the refusal to break again. In the Tournament of Power, Jiren wasn't just strong, he was inevitable. Every fighter who approached him collapsed like they hit a wall made of gravity. His punches bent the air, his aura crushed opponents before they got close, and his defensive power bordered on unbreakable. He pushed Goku to awaken Ultra Instinct. He forced Vegeta past his own limits. He outlasted armies. And even at the end, it took the combined force of Goku, Frieza, and Android 17 to drag him out of the ring. 3 top-tier fighters just to move one man. Jiren proved that mortals could stand above gods, not through lineage, but through sheer will. 10. Vegeta. Vegeta's story has always been one thing: pride. But recently, pride turned into something far more dangerous. While Goku chased serenity through Ultra Instinct, Vegeta walked into the fire instead. He trained under Beerus, embraced destruction, and unlocked Ultra Ego, a form that thrives on taking damage and growing stronger from it. Pain became fuel. In Ultra Ego, Vegeta's ki mirrors that of a true god of destruction. His aura crackles with violet sparks, his attacks hit like collapsing stars, and his fighting style becomes ruthless, feral, and fearless. This is Vegeta at his most honest, unrestrained, hungry, and finally free from Goku's shadow. Against Granola, Vegeta pushed his opponent so hard that the strongest mortal had no choice but to dig deeper into his own limit. Even Goku admitted that Vegeta was on a path completely different from anything he could follow. Ultra Ego isn't perfect. It's reckless, dangerous, self-destructive. But that's exactly why it fits Vegeta. He finally found a power that feels like him. 9. Granola. Granola's power wasn't born from anger. It was born from pain. His race was wiped out by the Saiyans under Frieza's rule, and Granola lived every day with the rage of a survivor who never got answers. When he summoned the Cerulean Dragon and wished to become the strongest mortal alive, his fate was sealed. Strength came at the cost of his lifespan, a lifetime stolen for a few moments of overwhelming power. But those moments were terrifying. Even Goku's Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's Ultra Ego struggled to keep up with Granola's precision-based fighting style. The Ceruleans evolved for sniping, and Granola turned that natural gift into universe-breaking combat skills. His vital point targeting, instantaneous energy shots, and near psychic reaction speed made him feel untouchable. He wasn't strong because of brute force. He was strong because he could end a fight in a single strike. His strength may have been temporary, but it was enough to rewrite the power scale for mortals. 8. Gohan. For years, fans joked that Gohan was wasting his potential. Teachers said he was too gentle. Piccolo said he was too distracted. Goku said he just wasn't built for battle. But deep down, everyone knew the truth. Gohan wasn't weak. He was asleep. And destiny has a way of shaking you awake at the worst moment possible. When Cell Max rose, the world didn't need a scholar, the warrior hidden behind years of self-doubt. Watching Piccolo fall was that final spark, that moment when fear, grief, fury, and love all collided into one violent pulse. And suddenly, the earth shook. Gohan lifted his head and the sky split with him. His hair erupted into razor-sharp silver, his aura turned wild, unstable, almost feral, and his eyes glowed with a predatory red that froze even Cell Max in place. This was Gohan Beast. Not a transformation, but an awakening. A reminder of what made him special long before potential became a burden. When Gohan fights with emotion, real, raw emotion, he surpasses all logic. What made Beast so terrifying wasn't the power itself. It was the precision behind it. The clarity. Gohan wasn't screaming, shaking, or losing control. He was calm. A calm in a way only someone who knows they're about to end the battle can be. And then came the moment that cemented the legend. Piccolo holding Cell Max in place. Gohan standing still, breathing slowly, 2 fingers raised to his forehead. A technique he inherited from his mentor. A single, perfect special beam cannon. The blast didn't just pierce Cell Max. It pierced years of doubt, jokes, and lost momentum. Gohan wasn't back. He was reborn. And the world finally understood something Piccolo knew from the very beginning. Gohan isn't meant to fight often. He's meant to fight when it matters. And when he does, no one shines brighter. 7. Goku. Goku's story has always felt impossible. A low-class Saiyan who should have been forgotten by the universe ended up becoming its greatest defender. But somewhere along the line, that defender started reaching for something far beyond saving worlds. He began reaching for divinity itself. Ultra Instinct wasn't supposed to be a mortal technique, not a Saiyan technique, not something you earn by training harder. It was a realm of mastery reserved for beings who never panic, never doubt, never hesitate. And yet, Goku, with all his flaws and emotions, stumbled into it in the middle of the tournament of power. That moment when his body moved without thought, when his heart synchronized with pure instinct, and even the gods stood up in awe. That wasn't just power, that was transcendence. But the beauty of Goku's growth is that Ultra Instinct didn't stay perfect. It didn't stay silver-haired and untouchable. It evolved with him. Ultra Instinct Sign, the first whisper of godhood, raw, primal, unstable, but fast enough to shock even Jiren. Perfected Ultra Instinct. The iconic silver hair, the calm heart, the untouched aura of a fighter who had finally stepped into something serene and divine. True Ultra Instinct. A version only Goku could create. Not the angelic stillness Whis teaches, but a form guided by emotion, Saiyan spirit, and individuality. A reminder that Goku doesn't copy power, he personalizes it. What makes Goku terrifying isn't that he's strong, it's that he never stops growing. 6. Gas. The weapon who was never meant to break. Gas wasn't born to be the strongest, he was built for it. Shaped, molded, and pushed into greatness by a family who treated him like a tool, not a brother. And somewhere inside that quiet, obedient warrior, a storm was waiting. When Angelic made his wish to make Gas the strongest being in the universe, the transformation was instant, yet horrifying. You could see it in Gas's eyes. Part fear, part destiny. For the first time in his life, he wasn't following orders. He was the order. At his peak, Gas became a living arsenal. Weapons materialized from thin air. Energy techniques bent to his will. Telekinesis, speed bursts, matter manipulation. Gas fought as if the laws of physics were nothing more than suggestions, but his most terrifying strength wasn't technique, it was precision. Every strike was calculated, every movement optimized. Gas didn't waste energy, he weaponized efficiency itself. Ultra Ego Vegeta struggled, Ultra Instinct Goku staggered, and even Granola, the strongest mortal at the time, found himself pushed back by Gas's relentless pressure. And then, Angelic removed the limiter. Gas's body began to rot, decay, and crumble, yet he fought harder. Every punch hurt him, every attack burned away another piece of his life. But Gas didn't stop. He wasn't fighting for glory, he was fighting because obeying his family was all he ever knew. And just when his body reached its final breaking point, Frieza stepped in and ended Gas in a heartbeat. Gas died not as a monster, but as a tragic reminder of what happens when power is forced on someone who never wanted it. 5. Frieza. The Emperor who refuses to stay dead. Black Frieza. If ambition had a face, it would look like Frieza. Cold, elegant, smiling while the universe trembles. Frieza is the definition of a villain who learns. The moment Goku defeated him on Namek, Frieza swore two things. 1. He would never be humiliated again. 2. He would never be weak again. Golden Frieza was already enough to shake gods, but then he disappeared, gone. For years, everyone assumed he was plotting, conquering, or simply biding his time. Wrong. He was training, by himself, in a different universe for 10 years. And the result of that isolation was a nightmare so polished it felt unreal. Black Frieza. And before anyone could react, Frieza casually one-shot Gas. The same Gas who pushed Goku and Vegeta to their absolute limits. But he didn't stop there. Frieza then knocked both Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta unconscious in a single strike. That moment rewrote the entire power hierarchy. Frieza didn't break the scale, he walked past it and smirked. Black Frieza represents something terrifying. A villain with discipline, a tyrant who studies his enemies, a monster who learns from every defeat. And as long as Frieza is alive, the universe will never know peace. 4. Beerus, the god who could destroy you by accident. Beerus is a contradiction wrapped in purple fur. Lazy, yet unstoppable. Playful, yet terrifying. A catnap away from erasing entire civilizations. What makes Beerus so dangerous isn't his strength, it's his temperament. He doesn't fight because he wants to win. He fights because he's bored. When Beerus first fought Goku, he wasn't trying, not even close. Every strike was half-hearted, every movement casual, every blow a reminder that gods don't measure power the way mortals do. But the real terror behind Beerus is the one word the entire universe fears: Hakai. With a single gesture, Beerus can reduce anything to dust. Energy blasts, powerful fighters, even ghosts. It's not destruction, it's deletion. Even in modern arcs where Goku and Vegeta keep advancing, Whis casually reminds everyone that neither of them is anywhere near Beerus's full power. And let's not forget, Beerus is the teacher who unleashed Ultra Ego inside Vegeta. In the cosmic hierarchy, Beerus isn't the strongest, but he is the most unpredictable. A smiling god with the power to end you without standing up. 3. Whis, the untouchable custodians of the divine. If the gods are the rulers of the universe, the angels are the laws that govern it. Whis smiles. He laughs. He floats around with the elegance of a ballet dancer. But under that gentle aura lies a power so overwhelming that Beerus once said, "If I am a 10, Whis is a 15. Angels cannot be harmed. They cannot be challenged. They do not age. They do not tire. Ultra Instinct, to Whis, that's just walking. The other angels, Vados, Margarita, Kus, and the rest, exist far beyond mortal comprehension. Each one is capable of folding universes with the same ease as adjusting a necktie. Angels do not fight, because nothing in existence is worth fighting. They simply watch and maintain balance in ways we may never understand. 2. Grand Priest, the architect behind all creation. Above the angels stands a being who isn't loud, threatening, or destructive. He doesn't need to be. The Grand Priest is the quiet heartbeat of the entire multiverse. Zeno may erase worlds, but the Grand Priest understands how worlds work and how to rebuild them. His calm smile hides power on a scale that defies any measurable limit. Many believe he is the top 5 strongest beings in all of Dragon Ball history, and Whis himself, one of the most powerful angels, reveres him as a superior. If angels are perfection, the Grand Priest is the blueprint. Number 1. Omni-King Zeno, the child who holds infinity in his palm. Zeno is not strong. Zeno does not fight. Zeno does not train. Zeno simply decides, and the universe obeys. With a single thought, he erased all 8 universes in the Tournament of Power timeline. Not with energy, not with rage, just because he wanted to. Zeno has no techniques, no combat stance, no strategy. He doesn't need them. He is absolute, infinite, The final page of every story. The most terrifying being in the multiverse, wrapped in the innocence of a child who could erase creation because he's bored.